Good afternoon, everybody. This is today's book review, The Time Traveller's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger. I'm not aware of any other significant works that this author's done, although she is known for writing various different things, whether that be novels, anthologies, and even comic books. But this is what she's probably most well known for, The Time Traveller's Wife. This particular version was published by Vintage Publications and released on the 23rd of September 2013, but the book itself was released in 2003. A lot of people may recognise it from the film released in 2009, starring Rachel McAdams and Eric Bana. The film, similar to the book, received some mixed reviews due to the plot, which is something I'll come into in a moment or two. It features on Goodreads and it's got quite an impressive 4 out of 5 stars. Generally the reviews are quite high, giving them that pretty much a 4 or a 5. Within this book, 518 pages, and it follows the story of Claire and her life as she's visited in various stages from a young age to becoming an adult by Henry, who's a time traveller. Basically, she's the love of his life, and he's drawn towards her during the times that he's time travelling. Due to the differences, they're able to meet, like say, when she's a child and Henry's an adult, but then their lives intertwine later in life when she herself is an adult too, with much less of an age gap. The story itself explains their lives and how they cope with him continuing to try time travel as they move forward together as a couple, and he's often seeing her at different stages. I read this book. I'll be honest with you, it took a long time. I'm a firm believer if I start a book, then I want to try and finish it. But this one, I had to go back to several times to read a chapter or two over several weeks, if not months. The reason for that is, as I've already mentioned, with the mixed reviews, it's the plot. The way it's written, it tells the story from both perspectives, Claire's and Henry's, and at different times in their lives because he's time travelling. It's hard work, I'll be honest with you. The manner of the writing, it doesn't change with the different characters or the different times, so sometimes it's very easy to lose track of whose perspective you're even reading, and it flips between them often without any notice whatsoever. It's a simple change in the way that somebody talks to cover Henry, and then a changing again so that you know that you're reading the perspective of Claire would have helped a lot in this situation. Probably transfers better across on the screen than it does in the book. I've given this 3 out of 5 stars. That's based on the plot. Like I say, it was a good story to tell. It's just not being presented in the best way. In itself an interesting read, but very, very tiring at points. Having said that, the beginning of the book, the first 100 pages or so, I absolutely flew through, and I've noticed on Goodreads that other people have said the same as well. So I don't think it's necessarily the story itself that's the problem. It's just tiring to try and follow that plot as it goes through. Would I recommend this book to people? I'm reluctant to do so, but I think overall I probably would. It's worth watching the film as well, probably after reading the book. But for the plot alone, I would recommend it. Overall, though, quite hard work. So that's my opinion on The Time Traveller's Wife. I will be putting up another review shortly for further books that I've read. been reading Red Dwarf, the book version, obviously, rather than the TV series, if anybody remembers that from BBC in the 90s, early 2000s, and that'll be my next review. If you like this type of content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, it all helps, and leave me some comments. Let me know if you've read The Time Traveller's Wife, what you thought of it, whether you agree or disagree with some of the things I've said there. And also, again, if there's any books that you recommend me reading, I'm interested in reading all types of material. Leave a comment, let me know. I'll try and reply. Thank you.